You fighting another guy who does nothing but finish fights inside the distance. Is it safe to say that we know how this one's going to end one way or another? It's going 15 minutes?
It's never going 15 minutes. I don't do 15 minutes. I get the job done before 15 minutes. You can't leave it to the judges. By leaving it in the judges, it can be a lottery sometimes. Like my last fight, I believed my striking and my grappling and the first round submission attempt was enough to score the first round as a victory for myself. Looking back at the judges' scorecards, they'd me down both rounds. So it was just by luck I got that last minute submission. Or is it luck? Luck's what you make of it.
What would you say about your resume, sort of the way the guys you fought stack up against the guys that he's fought? You feel like the experience is going to be a big factor for you on Saturday?
Yeah, that's one of the things I like to do. Look at who they've fought and look at the calibre of fighter they've fought compared to myself. The guys who have beat me are all top-ranked opponents in the UFC. The guys who I've beat in the UFC have all been top-ranked opponents. Before we fought Henrique de Silva, he was in the top 15. And all my other opponents have been top-level guys. You look at Magomedov and Ankalaev, a well-decorated fighter. You even look at Jim Crute, who, after the loss that I suffered to him, he went away out there and knocked out Smiling Sam Alvey. So if I'm able to go like less than 15 minutes, I know it was less than 15 minutes, but if I'm able to do that with these guys and he's knocking out veterans like Alvey, then it just shows where I'm at in this. And I don't believe that he has fought the same level of opponents as me. We'll find out on Saturday night.
Another late minute submission in your last fight, similar, but not identical, but similar to the one over Ankalaev in early last year. Those last minute submissions, do you have a knack for that come from behind last very soon, close to the bell finish, or is it just coincidence that it's happened more than once?
The last minute submission thing, I think it comes through just being Scottish. One of these things is we never know when to like lie down and just finish. That's us done. We're always there, and we're always battling, and we're always never count us out, man. Look at any sort of war, man. We're the only people that couldn't be conquered with the Romans, and that's the type of people we are. We never stop.
Do you feel like you're good under that pressure of maybe you're down 2 rounds and you need a finish to win the fight, and hey, I need a finish, and you get it? Or are you good under that pressure?
The type of fighter that I'm always looking for a submission. I'm always looking for the finish. The last thing I want to be doing is, as I said, taking it to the judges. I want to be constantly looking for submissions. That's why I give up a lot of positions. If I was just looking for some pure jiu-jitsu, I'd hold the guy down and win on points. Nobody wants to see that. People want to see people being active in that octagon. With regards to, I can't remember what your question was. The last part of it?
Just the pressure.
Oh, the pressure. The pressure's what human species, man. That's what makes us who we are. We rise to the pressure of no matter what it is, where you put in front of us, and we always adapt. Having your back against the octagon is a really good motivation for me, and that's why I enjoy pulling out these last-minute submissions.
What do you think about the state of the light heavyweight division? Where do you sort of fit into place? Where does maybe your opponent fit into place? A couple of years ago, a lot of people thought it wasn't very good, but I feel like there's more prospects now. There's a bit more life at 205.
I believe the 205 division's the best in the whole UFC. You've got guys who are able to knock each other out. You've got athletes. When you move about different divisions, that sort of dynamics. But I think you're getting pure explosive fights and entertaining fights. I believe I fit in perfectly because there's not a lot of submission artists out there, and that's where I kind of fit into. I don't even like using the word of myself as a submission artist, but that's where I believe I fit into that. The top-ranked guys, top 10, we've recently taken a hit with losing Gustafsson and Jimmy, so there's spaces there for new guys to come up, and we've seen this before, like, guys don't really take long in the light heavyweight division to rise to the top. You look at guys like Johnny Walker, he's had a couple of fights in the UFC and he's already getting contention for this title shot. So in our division, everybody can move about very quickly.
So you specifically, in a year's time, where do you think you will be and where you'll fit?
Yeah, I set myself some goals after I lost to Jim Crute. I sat down, set myself some goals, and it was to make it into the top 10 by the end of 2020. That's what by the end of 2019, moving into 2020, I wanted to be in that top 10. I want to be fighting these guys in the top 10. I want to be making more noise. So far, all you need to do is keep winning in our division, and that will get you to rank right up there. So 2020, what I'm wanting to do by the end of that is set the goal of becoming the champion. That's what I want. Everybody that steps in the octagon doesn't just want to be a fighter. We all want to be the champ. So The only way to do that is by setting these goals and setting these milestones. And Menifield's just another barrier to take it over.
You've fought some tough guys, you've beat some tough guys, you've lost to some tough guys. Does Alonzo sort of have any challenges or pose any threats that you haven't seen before or dealt with before?
It's wrong to say that all the fighters that I've come up against, they're all different and all unique in their own way. And one of the things that we go away and do as part of my coaching team is they'll go away and they'll look at where I need to improve. So looking at last fights, looking at previous fights and being like, Paul, this is where you went wrong, and we'll work on that. We don't really look a lot into the fighter themselves and be like, listen, he does this, he does this. We know Menifield is a very explosive, athletic fighter, but what I bring to the table is that dangerous submission game. And he's come out and he's said, like, nobody wants to see two guys rolling about the floor with each other, meaning nobody wants to see two grapplers. And I totally disagree with that. I think people do want to see that. And as long as you're constantly active on that and you're not just holding, then of course people want to see that.